Hi guys, welcome to another wonderful episode on the OffBalance Podcast, where dance meets dialogue, where movement meets meaning. So on the couch today, I have a very good friend of mine, an amazing dancer. What else? An actor. Yes, she just featured in one of the most talked about movie, When Nigeria Happens, produced by Emma. Um, what else again? Dancer, actor, curator. Um, which one again? Artist management, project management. I mean, I'm counting her CV and her CV ahead. So, welcome to the show, Devi, aka Omologu. Ogo. So wait, let me help you adjust your mic. So that's okay. Yeah, waiting the talk well. Yeah, so welcome Debbie to the podcast. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm fine. I'm good.
Mm.
It's an honor to be here. So thank you.
You will not talk now that I'm not so fine. That what's his name? He just finished from
Okay. That one is side
let's
gist.
let's blame it on value now. It's
That one
value.
is side gist.
Mm.
Value still my friend, so
Mm.
don't worry.
Well, you're good.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Welcome to the
Thank
Off
you.
Balance podcast. This is where we kind of like talk about dance, talk about everything concerning dance related, career, jumps, highs, lows, and also talk about some points where we've actually experienced off balance, like for real,
Yeah.
you know, where at some point we feel like questions like, do I still want to? Or I just want to drop everything and just try something else. So in between those spaces, what were you thinking? Just a normal chit chat conversation. But we'll start with let us meet Debbie. Tell us about just a very quick one.
Which side of the do you want to meet?
Good question. Yes, I would love to meet before I meet the artistic Debbie. I would love to meet
Okay.
the younger Debbie. You know,
Mm.
the younger Debbie.
I'm still young now. What's wrong with you?
No,
I'm
I mean
still very
younger,
young.
younger.
I'm still younger. Just joking. Okay.
Mm,
Um, Basically,
mm,
I don't even know. This question is very tricky, but at the same time, I'll try
mm.
to answer. The younger Debbie, okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Debbie is good,
Okay.
playful.
Mm,
She's, I think naturally,
mm,
I like to be on my own. Like, I just like being on
mm,
my own and just doing
mm,
stuff and all of
mm,
that. It's very curious and I just like adventure. Like,
mm,
if they say this thing you can't do it, that's where you see me there. You
okay.
won't know.
Mm,
But that's when my mind starts to think on that thing because I'm like, why are you telling me that I can't do this thing? What's so
mm,
special in this
mm,
thing that so it builds my
mm,
curiosity and all of that.
mm,
So basically I'm a human being, like I said
mhm.
before. It's
A
very
beautiful human
important.
being. Mm,
Human being
mm,
and my artistic expressions. At least I'm a dancer,
mm.
choreographer,
Yeah.
still imagining that movement artist, I'm an
Mm,
actor,
mm,
training in project management, both
okay.
theatrics and in tech.
Mm,
So that is another conversation entirely.
yeah.
Then I do costumes. I think I wear so many creative hats too. It just depends on what do you need me to do.
Mm,
Okay, can I do it?
mm,
Not even can I do it, I will do it.
mhm,
You get
mm,
so yeah, just building in that space and
mm,
yeah, it's been an interesting journey so
mm,
far. Not so easy, but
mm,
yeah, not so easy because I always like to say this story, which to just put
okay.
everyone on a very clear path that I have a very rare condition which people don't really know. They think
Mm,
it's a disability, but no, disability is what they um, what you are being given birth
Mm.
with. A condition is probably when Nigeria happens to you,
Mm.
that kind of a thing. Yes,
Okay.
then in you find yourself as a defect of the society, of the,
Mm.
how did they even say it? You find yourself as a
A
victim
victim
of
of
this society's
mm, reaction or
yes,
had yeah,
reactions,
just
or
yeah.
the nonchalantness
Mm.
of the system. Yeah,
Oh,
so
crazy.
it's just a very brief story. It started when I was 13, going to 14, I think. Yeah. So I was ill, just
Mm.
rush you to the hospital, blah blah blah. Of course, person they sick now, I
Mm-hmm.
suppose get well, but
Mm.
the then hospital at that time,
Mm.
there was just no proper medical service
Yeah, attention.
to give to you,
Mm.
and there's a life that is almost going, like I literally died. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, like I knew I'd gone because I was like the
You were
pain.
13.
Yeah, 13 going to 14 precisely. But I was very small. I was
Mm.
so small is that they thought I was maybe 10 or 11
Mm.
as at that time. But of course, I was 13 going to 14, and the pain was too much, malaria, and into
Mm.
something else, just different diagnosis like that. That's eventually when they even tried to now diagnose you,
Mm.
I was wrongly diagnosed because I had already been administered the
Damn.
wrong medication, and it was the medication that ate into my system, into my spine,
Damn.
my nerves especially, and there was a breakdown as at that age. So it felt like a a rebirth, trying
Mm.
to start all over again what
Mm.
you used to do from when you were a baby
Mm.
into age, maybe your teenagehood, and
Mm.
you didn't see this reality anymore.
Mm.
Of course, it's not that same reality you have when something
Mm.
happens to your body. There psychologically, it wasn't even. I didn't even know how I was feeling as at that time. I think I was just very plain or numb. Is the word, like
Mm.
I was
Mm.
just numb because I was like, I didn't know what was happening. I was like,
Mm.
can I just get out of this place?
You
But of
know?
course, I
Mm.
knew that there was a new reality I was coming
Wow.
back to, because, of course, internally, it's it's not the same.
Wow.
It's not the same. Like, I literally started learning how to walk because I was on the bed for a very long time.
They can't remember how long you were on the bed.
The well, at least I was in the hospital for like 3 years.
What?
Yes. So I was going in, coming out, taking injections. I think this first time I'm sharing this story, so I'll just share some parts that
Okay,
people
it's
can
okay.
bear.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, so you come in, take. I was on injection for 1 year straight every day, because later
Jesus.
when they eventually found out, they said it was TB of the spine, and of course when you have tuberculosis, there was no actual
Mm.
fast forward to then, just therapy again,
Mm.
like going for your back exercise, you're walking,
Mm.
just basically making sure that you're coming back into fit for the society, quote and unquote, same society that they will still talk that is your fault. Ehen.
Wow.
Of course, because people who were like, it's her fault now, she did not hear word. Is this one, it's that
Like you
one.
don't hear what like how is that was it you get
Even me
waiting you
too, I
do?
no know. It be like say I get some people, like, it did just make sense. Like, probably if you had taking care of yourself, you shouldn't have fallen sick, or maybe I don't even get it even till now.
Wow.
But that's even by the way. Yeah, that was even part of the things that influenced me to start dancing, because I knew I loved arts in
Mm.
general. Like, I know I can be anything, but medicine, no, accountant,
Mm.
it
Hmm.
didn't just go well with me, sha.
Mm.
Maybe architecture, but then again, I was like, no, I just loved art, sha. There was that connection I had even while I was in that my
Mm.
tender age, or that
Mm.
young. state of mind or heart. So I was like, I knew I was going to do art. I didn't even know I was going to dance because I'd worked with different people. Like,
Okay.
I really worked with different
Mm,
people. I'm not going to call names. Like, on
mm,
that G,
mm-hmm,
working, you get
mm,
following them, doing
mm.
stuffs with them. And I think one of them, as at that time, just said, I don't see you going far with dance. Like,
Wow.
you have two left legs now, like just very funny and randomly, like. And as at then there were some people that, of course, there
Mm,
were prospects that they thought they would catch up with it. And
mm,
as God comes am now, life happened to everybody
mm.
individually, and I was still the same person that was still standing
Yeah.
with
Still
that person
dancing.
and
Mm,
all of that. So
mm,
I think there was a time that I just like I was really off balance. Let me use that word. Like,
mm,
no, maybe this thing is not for me. Let me look for something else. And but it's like a calling.
mm.
There's that calling you get, right? Because I believe art is spiritual, and every whether we like it or not, we are first spirit beings
Yeah.
before the
True.
physical body comes in. Everything is
Yeah.
spiritual for me.
Mm,
And I was like, it's just something with this thing. It be like say there is a responsibility on my head, or
mm.
there's something that I needed to do. There was no clarity yet. Even we still get to discover, or we are still becoming
Exactly.
in that
Yeah.
phase. So yeah, it's just that
Mm,
then fast forward to yeah, still working with people. And
mm,
I didn't literally I didn't so because of this condition and
mm.
this reality that I've got into. Of course, you guys should not forget that there's a reality
Now.
that's setting.
Yeah.
Of course, someone has a nerve disorder, of
Yeah.
course, it's not going to appear like every other
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
There are different sides to it. There are different challenges. There are
Mm.
times when my body will just literally break down. Like nobody knows. I'm the one that knows that this
Wow.
body is broken down. But I'm like, okay. But we still have to do something. No, Deborah,
Mm,
your story cannot be like this. So we just push through and all of that into I I I was looking for workshops. I was
mm.
always looking for workshops
Attend.
to attend to
Mm,
get my skills really, really sharpened. Like
mm.
I remember the days of NCSC, National Theatre, where you go, there are different
Wow. So you've
people
been
there.
active from the time of NCSC.
Yes, yes, of course.
Wow.
I was very small at that time, sef. I just rub go like that. In time of
Wow.
Spirit of David, they will organize
Wow.
some workshops like this. I go just hide, stand for back,
You didn't meet her in Spirit of
learn.
David.
Of course, I know her, but I'm not sure she'll know me. I know
Mm.
most people because of how they carry their responsibilities in that place. So
Oh, great.
yeah, so I'm sure it's just very few people
Who
that
remember
know,
you, that know
yes, that
you, yeah.
remember me that time. So I was just there, just learning, really pushing
Wow.
myself. Because another thing was that I had I was thinking of the fact that okay, this is the new reality. It's two things. I have decision. I need to make a choice. I need to make a decision in this
Mm,
life. Nothing has to be an excuse, quote and unquote. Yes, the challenges are there. The reality is there, of course.
mm,
But how what's the story after
mm.
this? It
Yeah.
shouldn't just end in the challenge and all of that. For me, I felt like I might not be too sweet though. Even if I was writing it
Mm.
as a
As a
story. By the
story.
way, I'm a writer, so I
Mm.
just published a book, a kiddies book. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes, The
Wow.
Mystery Find.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's out
that's
now.
it's out, it's on Seller.
Are you
Yes,
serious?
yes, it's on Seller. I'm coming out with different series and illustration book sometime soon.
Beautiful.
So
Wow.
I've been on that project for a while too. So yeah. So I was like, if I'm writing
Mm,
this story, no go sweet though. How how do we make it interesting for people to,
mm,
so that at the end of the day, people get hope, you get. So
mm,
that's what always pushes me to do anything or just make myself relevant
Mm.
in that. Like, so of course, I did learn,
Mm.
go work with people, do sometimes sef. As at that time sef, they were
Mm.
like, and funny enough, I started in church. I
Oh,
started dancing in
great.
church too. I started dancing in church, taking up responsibility,
Yeah.
be the leader in church, dance, all of those things. And at that time too, like, it's dance you want to do. You can't go far in
Mm.
dance. You're a female. Yeah, like they see you as a prostitute. Dancing. I'm like, no, I don't think I have that intention
Mm.
for it. Yes, I might be crazy, I might be wild, I might all of no. I don't think
Mm.
that's the same mindset I carry for this thing because I also believe that there has to be a career
Mm.
from it. As we see lawyers, bankers, and some of all these so-called societal
Yeah.
professions that has
Yeah.
been pushed there. How can dance too be a profession that I'll sit down, I'll engage and say, I'm a dancer,
Yeah.
I'm a creative. And you're like, really? Yes. So I was also thinking of that too. So it made me to really develop myself both in every
Mm.
aspect.
Mm.
Like I had the choice to say, okay, this has to I have to always be different. I think
Mm.
that was just it for me as at that time up
Wow.
until I just think that I wanted to be different. Sha. So if this condition will make me different, so be it. I'm still
Mm.
going to be different and we just get into that pushing and all of that. Yeah, so it's just been an interesting journey so far that a
Mm.
lot of highs, lows, and interesting moments that there was a period that I was going for years I'll never
Okay.
forget.
Mm.
Of course, people will never know that. They'll just see you walking and
Mm.
yeah, you don't talk. They
Yeah.
think is that is like that.
Mm.
Like I trekked from the rehearsal space to first stack. I will never forget.
Wait,
Please.
you trekked from the rehearsal place to
Yeah, the
Festac.
rehearsal
W-
place
w- w-
was I don't even want to mention the space, but it was somewhere on the island.
Okay. All right.
The first stack and it was not as if it was just a very interesting this thing episode that happened that day, there was a miscommunication in rehearsal venues the
Mm.
day and all of that. So
Mm.
they hadn't communicated that with
Mm.
me earlier,
Mm.
prior, prior to when I had left them. So I
Okay.
was already on the island and I'd already calculated
Oh, wow.
myself and all of that.
Mm.
Like
And you trekked back.
I just walked. I took it as I think I remember what I was doing there. I took it as a prayer walk. I was just praying and just enjoying the moment. Of course, it was very painful. It was painful because my leg was hurting after
Mm.
then. I did not even tell anybody, funny enough, when I got home. You know that kind of thing that when you just get home, you sit
Mm.
down and yeah, just to yourself. You're
Mm.
humble.
Mm.
Yeah, so and yeah, so those times
Mm.
I was like, okay now, yeah, go push am. And another thing too that I really want to say is
Mm.
in those times, I there was that tendency of going wild. Wild in the sense
Mm.
that I don't care.
Mm.
Like I don't care, I'll go do anyhow. You get like
Okay.
because there's an avenue to do that, but
Mm.
I now said that I had to sit down when the thought was coming. I was reviewing the thought myself
Mm.
that okay, if you go wide now, does this solve anything at this
Mm.
point?
Mm.
Like what does it make you become?
Mm.
And for me, those questions always gets me into thinking because it's like okay, also because of this you
Mm.
now want to grow, that's the end. Then
Mm.
the end, just like that.
Mm.
No, nah, no, nah. Let's add more fun to this thing. Let's create adventures to this thing now. And I'll
Mm.
just tap
Tap
myself up
yourself. Yeah.
again. Yeah. Because even as at that time,
Mm-hmm.
there was not so many people speaking well to me or with me. Do you
Yeah.
get?
Okay.
In the sense that yeah, you see there's a two-face that we
Mm.
see. You see the smiling, the all of that, but genuinely their hearts, their
Mm.
character, their attitude towards me that time, I didn't feel
Mm.
feel it because later on you then hear or you then see what they had already done, and
Mm,
that thing really affects my heart. Like, oh, well, thank God I didn't even bank on anyone. But I
mm,
think that's another thing. Right from time I've been
mm,
in that space of just me, you
mm,
get, I came to this world alone, and it's not from a selfish point of view. No, it
mm,
doesn't mean I don't love my neighbor as
mm,
myself. No, it's not that. It's like everything I want to do, I think through it. I want to be sure that I'm going through this
mm.
thing. I am because when stuffs are happening, it's not the other person they will see, it's the person, me,
Yeah.
they will
Mm,
see, right? So that's so aside. Just all of this plenty and
mm,
many in betweens that
mm.
I
Let
would
me ask
just
you this
say,
question.
yeah.
Do you have anybody you trust? I
Mm,
mean, every time you go through some of these things, these setbacks,
yeah.
considering all that you've said, do you have anybody you trust that you can always call and the person will always hear you out and give you
Mm,
that? Because I mean, you said that you're always by yourself, um, which is i- in as much as I want to see it as okay, maybe she's just by herself, but at the same time, I also feel, I mean, it's not so cool, you know,
I
because it,
think
because
it's I
because
think
a
it
lot of people want to
depends
have
on,
access, to you still, but when you start to
yeah.
close up all those, those
Yeah,
spaces of
that's what
you,
I'm saying. That it
mm,
depends. It depends on the perspective because, like I said, I'm very open.
mm,
If you come and meet me and ask me conversation, we talk. And
mm,
the talk is not from I will talk as I
mm,
want to talk. You
mm,
understand? And if one has been in some set of circle whereby
mm,
you are the one always giving,
mm,
doing stuffs for people, like
mm,
really carrying, literally
mm,
carrying people.
mm,
People don't know that I'm carrying them, but I do a lot of that.
mm.
Not to
Show off.
yes, not to show off or
Yeah,
facade for it. I
yeah.
I literally look out for people.
Mm,
I do that a lot. I know myself. I do that. If I know
mm,
that I'm not going to do it, I'll just step aside so
mm,
that I don't have a negative energy
mm.
towards that person. And
Okay, sorry to cut you, but I'm trying to, to that,
mm,
because I mean, there's a whole lot,
yeah, yeah,
that you have to say and
mhm,
that you really want to share. And I really
yeah,
appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. But another question I want to ask is that during all of these times, all of
mhm,
this stuff, because now I can really understand when you say some things is actually happening in your head. I could imagine a lot of
yeah,
movies, a lot of things going on in your
yeah,
mind already.
yeah.
So you don't ever reach a point where you feel like say, let me just end it all. Like maybe you
Of
just
course,
want.
now there are times now I just sit there and say, that's the end. Oh. It's still me as I'm thinking of it. The next thing I'll
Mm,
just start laughing at myself. I don't know how God did it
mm,
for me, but I I don't know how to call it. Maybe let me just put it that it's the help of God
mm,
that's helped me to work on my character, my spirit, my everything.
mm,
Because I don't see it as ordinary. Trust me, because I know people that have not even gone through like at least as much as this, and they've thought of, getting addicted to stuffs and
mm,
different stuffs. But I, of course, the thought is always there. Now it's the mind,
mm,
battlefield of the mind is there.
mm,
But I think what is important for me is the reaction
mm,
that I give to those thoughts, because that's what then makes that thought powerful,
mm,
not the thought itself. It's the
mm,
reaction you give to it. Of course, it will come.
mm,
It will come. It should come.
mm,
You are living this life. There are challenges. Of course, it will come. But
mm.
how do you then react to it? How do you use those thoughts and
Yeah.
say, okay, this thought, yeah, is there. But for me, every time it comes, I'm like, just end it. End it. I'll now put different people, they will start crying. No, 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 no.
Mm,
Then later I'll just start finding myself telling God, God, I beg, no verse, no verse. See, I'm thinking
mhm,
of suicidal thoughts, but yeah, God, you still have to do
mm,
something. Yeah,
mm.
so yes, it happens, but I believe is the the way I react to it that
Okay.
matters a lot. Yeah.
All right. So now, another question is that how have you been able to um use this
Mm.
all of this that you've shared? How did you now start to understand your body and you now start to use your body to dance? How were you able to, you know, has it uh, did it affect how you move, or the extension of how you move your body, or it
Mm.
doesn't? Or, like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
I'm
get
trying
it.
to,
Yeah,
arrange the question properly so I don't
yeah,
sound very insensitive at the same time.
yeah,
You get what I mean? But how have you been able to understand your body and use your body to actually go through music, follow beats, hit notes, and
yeah.
actually dance, like completely express yourself? How were you able to understand your body? Yeah, that's my question.
This question is very, very interesting. But I think practice
Mm,
rehearsals.
mm,
And most times for me,
mm,
rehearsals is not dancing, rehearsals is listening
mm,
a lot. I listen a lot. Like I listen to a point that I allow every note pass through
mm,
my body,
mm,
my veins, my head.
mm,
I find I also observe,
mm,
right? I also observe a lot. I observe the impulses my
mm,
body is giving to me, right, in that regard.
mm.
But aside that, there's also the place of the practice, like the physical
Yeah. Mhm.
work you need to do. And also aside that, I'm also very athletic too. Athletics
Mm.
in the sense that I do sports. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do
I do
sports?
sports on the
Oh.
coded just for my personal sanity. And
Mm,
like I literally run, I do
mm.
stuffs, and I do race walk,
Oh, okay. I
what they
know of
call
that.
walk race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
walk,
I do
yeah.
race walk. And I so in race walk there is something with coordination
Mhm.
for it that
Mm,
it helps you literally for
mm,
coordination. And when I discovered that, I was like,
mm,
this is the shit. I
mm,
got it. So I was also finding a way to improve the um the dynamics in my body
mm,
too, in terms of movement, how to
mm,
respond fast to it and all of that. But and sometimes of course the reality is there, like your body is there to just
mm,
find that way to, okay, is this, is that, is this, is that, is this, is that. And also with the help of good choreographers too and directors
mm,
too, that really they are very empathetic, that they
mm,
understand
mm,
everything about you as a person, not
mm,
just the work. And
mm,
they also find a way to really utilize you and not also stigmatize you too.
mm,
That also is there because everything helps. It goes
mm,
hand in hand too. Because if you are good with your body, with everything, and you have a
mm,
bad director,
mm,
somebody always talking down at you, talking
mm,
this, it might not necessarily push you to a certain capacity
mm.
to deliver at which that
Yeah,
tax is being
yeah.
provided or given to you. So yeah, I think for me basically is all that. And also very importantly meditation. I do a lot
Mm.
of
Oh, okay.
meditation a lot
Mm,
because it really helps.
mm,
Sometimes I'm like, okay, God, my head, I don't know where it did now. Let me
mm,
just let
mm,
me find my center first, you get.
mm,
And once I'm there, I know that I can move. And also like I just allowed for every process to grow
mm,
through me. Aside all of these things, there's
mm,
also for that to just allowing
mm,
things to just grow and trusting every process,
mm.
because nobody knows it all. You can't say, if you
Yeah.
do this you want to do that. No, sometimes the process needs to just pass through you.
Mm.
Just go through that
Yeah.
process. Let's then begin to discover how the new reality is
Mm,
from maybe yesterday into today. You get
mm.
just that. But yeah, I think
Okay.
that's just basically
Mm.
it.
So, we were off the cam, and you
Mm.
made you made a statement. You said,
Mm.
somebody said that you can think you're not good in choreography, or you're not perfect
I
at or you're not good with choreography, something like that.
Of course,
Mm,
man. Funny enough, I laugh because all these things are like it's not this thing to me, and I get it where
mm,
the point of view is being spoken from. Like, yeah, it's maybe I might be a second late with choreography and all of that,
mm,
but maybe there's a solution to it now. You will learn the choreography.
yeah.
Now make her dey learn am now.
Mm,
That's it. That's the solution.
mm,
For me, it's not to just sit on the problem, is to say, okay, this is the problem.
Mm.
Does it have a solution? It has a solution. What do I need to do? And I
Mm.
go for the solution
Straight.
immediately and
Yeah.
just leave the naysaying. Because of course, when I didn't have people really telling me stuffs, good stuffs. Do you
Mm.
understand? And I think that's part of what even built me to be very dogged, like very hard.
Mm.
Like
Oh.
no, nobody is even smiling with you. Do you get? Of course, it's maybe now that you
Mm.
get that are supporting you
Mm.
and all of that. Maybe family, aside
Mm.
family, all of that. People really telling you stuff. In fact, the people that really told me stuff are not even people that I believed that they could even see good in me. They were people that are probably are disappointed them, and you
Mm.
just wake up one morning and you see a text of "We see you, well done." Ha!
Mm.
I'm like, oh more.
Mm.
We see you,
Mm.
well done. Like
Mm.
from somebody that you least
Mm.
expect.
Expected.
It's
Yeah.
it's a very different ball game entirely
Mm.
from the people that you have a certain mind. It's not that I'm not attached to anybody. I keep saying it. I'm not in that space of attaching myself to say I'm in that. I know I honor people. I can be loyal, all of those things.
Mm.
But then again, there's also the place of being individual too.
Mm.
There is a place of Debbie
Mm.
aside all of this, and yeah.
Mm. All right. So now let's move on from all of this right now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your. I've seen that you've worked with, you've done like major gigs. I mean, you've featured
Yeah.
in some of Kudus's work.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. You did amazingly well. If I could remember, one of them was Rainmaker. In the
Yeah.
video, you were actually doing all of the choreography, and that was fantastic. So now moving on to all of those hurdles and trajectory and all of that. Now you have a piece. Now it's in my head.
Mm.
All right. Um, can you say more on that particular piece and what makes that piece very unique for you?
Okay. Funny enough, I started the conception of it in
Mm.
my 2017 when I had become emerging choreographer for dance gathering. I can never
Mm.
forget because that night I was like, okay, this is not just a certificate. This is like a mandate.
Mm.
Where do I go from here?
Mm. That
Right.
was the ever
And
first dance gathering, right?
yes,
Ha, you're an
yes.
OGO.
I'm still young.
All right. Mm.
Like I was like, where do I go from here? And all of that. And I
Mm.
was just playing with ideas. And there was a story that kept coming to me. The Chibok story. Like
Okay.
the girls, they just took them and later they say they brought them back.
Mm.
And everybody moved on like
Mm.
that.
Mm.
Like you people don't get it.
Mm.
They took somebody. A child
After a
went to
very long
school.
time.
A child went to
Mm.
school, did not plan
Mm.
that he or she will be kidnapped.
Mm.
And the child was kidnapped, taken from a long
A
time.
long time. Yeah.
Then they brought the children back saying that they are now grown, blah, 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 this
Wow.
social media, this thing. And for me, I was like, no, people don't just move on like that. There's
Mm.
something wrong
Mm.
that goes on within the internal
Mm.
space that
Mm.
people never talk about.
Mhm. Absolutely.
There's that internal space that is
Mm.
a world entirely that for
Mm.
you to even express, you have to start going to dictionary meanings and
Mm.
all of that. So for me, I was really concerned about how people felt. Like, do we
Mm.
really know how these people feel?
Mm.
Do you understand? That was like the first time I
Mm.
came up with that. So while exploring the ideas, of course, I just had it and later I just dropped it that
Mm.
okay, maybe let me see how this thing is going to go. And later,
Mm.
while conversing with a very respected person in the industry, just sharing the idea and just making trying to make sense out of it and
Mm.
all of that. So the person now said, "You find your own story
Mm.
in this thing you get," and that was it for me. when he said it, I was like, yes, this is what I needed. Find your own story.
mm.
So I just also remembered, you get, my own experience too. I
Experience,
was
yeah.
like, okay, truly, it's not just about this, it's about myself too. And I also represent so many people out there
Mm,
that must have gone through so many things that they don't have
mm,
ways of exploring this thing and or saying this thing rather. But
mm,
I want to be that person to say, hey, I get it, I see you, I feel your pain. Can I be your spokesman on behalf of
mm,
this situation?
mm,
And that was like the whole idea behind
mm.
it's in my head. Of course, different people have their
Different,
different
yeah,
interpretation,
yeah.
but for me, this is the direction I was really,
Mm,
this is what I was thinking of, you
mm,
get. So I just said, and I was also deliberate that I wanted it to be very abstract as
mm,
possible, that it's more like a proposition
mm,
to give out to the public, like you're sharing something to the public and saying that how would they receive it. I hope it's okay, I hope it's fine, but even if it's not okay, even if it's not fine, I still get it,
mm,
you get. So yeah, that was just my idea behind
mm,
it. And everything that I did there was
mm,
very deliberate, the choice, the
mm.
sitting down, the costume, everything,
You made a
because
costume yourself.
I had the idea to call
Okay.
for an assistant
Oh,
to
okay.
someone that already worked with, to
Oh,
we
great.
worked to
Mm.
together in costuming for carnivals, festivals. Those time that
Oh,
Zenith Bank would do festivals,
okay.
like costume Port Harcourt Festival, Calapan, those.
Debbie.
This I'm always there,
Mm,
just learning one or two things,
mm,
knocking nails, you get, and all of that. So for me, all these things really helped me to expand my capacity
mm,
internally as a creative, not
yeah.
just the dance space. What else can I be
Mm,
useful at? What else can I do?
mm,
You get. So that's just me personally. I'm
mm.
just a very curious and adventurous person.
So, okay, few questions before we round off. Do
Yeah.
you think dance was the only what's it called? Like dance was the only solution to help you navigate all of these things that you had been through. You think dance actually was the right place for you to tilt towards to actually
Yeah, I think, yeah, I think for me that was the easiest thing to do for
mm,
me in that
mm,
space
mm,
personally. Is my opinion, it's not the general opinion.
mm,
My opinion is that dance helped me
mm,
because I was in the space at that when everything happened. So I knew that I couldn't act because of course you are going to say lies, you are going to say all of those things. I'm like,
uh,
God, I beg, before they'll start asking you what's wrong with you, what's wrong with you, why is she not talking like this? You get all those things, and even in the that space too, you get, there was still that controversies, but I believe that I felt joy, I felt free
mm,
dancing. I felt that comfort
mm,
dancing. That's why I said it's like a calling. You
mm,
can't you can't really explain it, but you know
mm,
that there's just this thing with dance that
mm,
it just gives you that solace,
mm,
that comfort, that succor.
mm.
Like, yeah, this is it. After it all, this
Yeah.
is just that space that I want to be.
I really respect the fact that you were able to talk about this for the very first time, like you said, and going through all of this journey and you know meeting people along the line.
Yeah,
We are rounding off, so I'm just trying to, find one very, open question so that we can use that to kind of like
yeah.
close everything up. Now, are you in a happy place right now? Like everything that has happened to you
Mm.
and where you're going, do you think you are in a very happy place where you are right now?
Mm. This brings me to a very interesting scripture in the Bible that
Mm,
says, "Count it all joy when you fall through, when you pass through diverse temptations and
mm,
all of that, because there is a um there is a reward waiting for
mm,
you at the end." So I think I wouldn't say yes, I wouldn't say no,
mm,
but I would say I have contentment,
mm,
right, in everything. Of course, there's that. I wish I was
mm,
this. I wish I could be better. I wish I could. I
mm,
beg, that's just by the side you
mm,
get with what has been happening or with what has happened. I believe that I truly have found a state of contentment, in the
Mm,
sense that even if I'm not doing anything, even if when people are saying, there's stuffs here and there,
mm.
you should do, I'm still content. I still
Contented.
have
Yeah.
contentment,
Mm,
right? To say, okay, yeah, I trust every process with myself.
mm,
I trust God's timing, which is very important because nobody brought me to this world.
mm,
There's a God that brought me here. And
mm,
that's the person that I owe everything
mm,
to,
mm,
for me. So I have all of this in my mind, in my heart, every
mm,
time I'm doing anything, interacting with people, all of
mm,
that, so that it doesn't lead me into some certain level of desperation
mm,
that will then push you into some bad characters or bad habits
mm,
that is not that is very bad
mm.
for for creatives, you get,
Yeah.
especially like when they said one of the episodes that someone said the industry that I believe that is people's character and people's personality,
Mm,
right, that makes it happen or makes it so. Do
mm,
you get? You don't, like I would say, and I will always say,
mm,
you don't talk down your fellow
mm.
artists
Artist, yeah.
and expect that
Mm,
you go forward.
mm,
It's a lot now. What you sow, you reap.
mm,
It might not be you, might be maybe the child coming under you. Do you get? So for me, I have this I deliberately work on this consciousness for myself because I don't know what I'm building, do you get? I'm
mm,
just moving on
mm,
that trail. So, and I believe that contentment is very key to
mm,
show that, okay, I don't have so much yet, but
mm,
even in the pain, I'm contented with this pain,
mm,
that I know that I will be better tomorrow, right?
mm.
So, I think that's the word for me, contentment. It is.
All right. So, final. Is there anything you wish to say
Mm,
to our fellow dancers, our fellow colleagues who
mm,
have some sort of who might have find or found themselves, forgive my
mm,
grammatical error, who might have find or found themselves in some sort of situation that will make them think, I think I don't think I can dance anymore, or I
mm,
don't think, or who have denied themselves some sort of
yeah.
um exposure
Mm,
or breakthrough, so to say, you know. So is there anything you wish to say to young dancer or someone who is experiencing some sort of pain or some sort of is going through something right now and is still
mhm,
hiding,
mm,
under the curtain, thinking, because of this thing that I'm going through, I don't think
mm, yeah.
I'm worthy of shining, I'm worthy
Mhm.
of, because I mean, I've seen you've done a lot of stuff. I mean, you explaining your
Now
story
just
from
small things are
13,
done.
you've done a lot, a lot. Your piece have been to different places, you have created
Mhm,
stuff, you even choreographed, you have participated in a lot of big stuff,
mm,
So, like, is there anything you would love to share, so
mm,
people know that it's actually possible
mm.
and it's doable?
I think I wouldn't just want to leave it. I think for every creative out there, every
Mm,
human being out there, be a kind person, be
mm,
kind, have good character, right? Be
mm,
humble, don't have bad character, don't carry your trauma into spaces,
mm,
because the art space is a very sacred space for me. Like I'll say, especially the dance,
mm,
my dance space is very sacred. That's where
mm,
it's like an altar. Do you get? And of course, when you call a place your altar,
mm,
you don't find dirt there.
mm.
You want to clean the
Yeah,
place. You want to be
absolutely.
sure that
Mm,
things are there. So for me, character, those things are dirt. If
mm,
you have bad character, talking, gossiping, all those things are bullshit, because that's what makes a little matter becomes escalated, something that is not
mm,
supposed
mm,
to be, right. Just be a good person, be kind to people, let's look out for one another. And really, sometimes even people going through a lot might not have the strength
mm,
to share that this is what they are going
mm,
through, right? But
mm,
because of a good character, because of kindness,
mm,
is the word that you can show to that person.
mm,
There's something it does to that person's heart at that time,
mm,
which we never know. and it can give or stir up a very positive attitude of making the person drive and to just push through. Do you get? But the person will never tell you that, man, this is what I'm going through, because of course, like they say, every man to himself, but then again, I believe this, like, just be kind, be humble, let's keep it simple, let's do life together, and at the end of the day, we enjoy ourselves. So
I count it all joy. All right, so thank you so much, Debbie, for sharing.
thank
Thank you
you.
so much for your time.
Thank
Just
you.
like what she said, be kind, be generous. I mean, if there's anything you take out of this episode, that be kind. But most importantly, be kind to yourself, because you can't give what you don't have. And there's Debbie, somebody who has done so much, but we didn't get to touch a whole lot of stuff. She's been featured in the very first, one of the very first Nigerian dance movie right now, when Nigeria happened, and she was featured there. She performed there, dance movie, dance film, and so I mean, there's a whole lot to take out of Debbie, but because of our time, so maybe we'll bring her back again some other time. Well, we thank you for staying with us on this wonderful episode, Debbie. Thank you for showing up. I really
Thank you.
respect.
Thank you.
High five, ja. All right, so see you in the next episode. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and bye.